Hello, I'm Anthony David Hobbs, and this is my review of Battlestar Galactica. Now, I haven't done any reviews of Galactica so far, and then I thought, shall I review each individual episode, or shall I do a review about Battlestar Galactica in general? And then I decided, well, both. So this is about the franchise in general, and then I'll maybe later in the near future do individual episodes. But before any of that, well, I'll start right at the beginning. My earliest memory of Battlestar Galactica, well, I wasn't born in the 70s, so I didn't see it when it was originally broadcast. But I do remember when I was about 4 years old, I got first-hand toys, yeah, but every now and again I get second-hand toys. And I got a toy of this, the Cylon Imperious Leader. I didn't know it was the Imperious Leader. I'd never heard of Battlestar Galactica, no. But yeah, I had wits enough to see it was clearly an alien. And I remember that feeling, I don't like aliens, no. They are not of this Earth. They're not supposed to be here. They shouldn't be allowed on this planet, no. Keep away, it's an outsider, it's dangerous. I found out later, it's not as simple as that. In science fiction, some aliens are good, some are bad. So yeah, you shouldn't judge people by what they look like, but by the way they behave, yeah, their actions, yeah. Well, the Cylon Imperius is bad, really bad, totally evil, yeah. So yeah, my initial instinct was correct. He's the evil power, he's the brains behind the power of the Cylon Empire. Now, then I think I was about 7 years old, and one of my friends really recommended Battlestar Galactica, so I gave it a shot, and I'd never seen anything like it. There was nothing else like it on television, These super cool space battles, these cool vehicles, it can go at supersonic speeds, yeah. Non-stop action all the way through, lots of laser gun, fighting on the ground, fighting in outer space, everywhere, yeah. It was a little boy's dream come true. It was amazing, Yeah, oh yeah, I'd seen space battles on TV in cartoons, but never in a live action show. This was amazing. It was like a TV version of Star Wars, if you like, yeah. Oh yeah, and I suppose I have to mention it. George Lucas wanted to sue Universal for copying the Star Wars style. But it's not called Star Wars, it's called Battlestar Galactica. Well, sometimes you can have a go at someone, they haven't actually copied your trademark name, but they've copied the idea in general. The space battles are just like Star Wars, yeah. And here we have a picture of a Colonial Viper there, and there's Cylon fighters down there, yeah. Anyway, the Cylons, yeah, look like that, yeah. The red eye that goes left and right, keeps moving, pulsating left and right, because they never go to sleep, yeah, they're always awake. They're robots, yeah. The Colonial Viper looks exactly like an X-Wing. The only difference really is 3 engines instead of 4. One on either side and one at the top, yeah. But you'd have to be very observant to notice any difference. I mean, it has the long nose like that and everything, and it even has red stripes on it, yeah. So, but Universal, that owned the TV rights and the film rights to Battlestar Galactica, they growled back at George Lucas and said, if you're going to have a go at us for being unoriginal, R2-D2 bears an uncanny resemblance to Huey and Dewey, the robots from Silent Running. That film was owned by Universal, yeah. And of course that film was made 6 years before Star Wars, yeah. Plus, George Lucas wasn't really in a position to lecture anyone on originality. The number of ideas he took from the Flash Gordon comic books, I'm sorry, yeah. And Dune as well, that's all about a sci-fi thing. 12 years before Star Wars, all about a desert planet, yeah. So, yeah, anyway, eventually the courts decided that Battlestar Galactica was different enough. The show only lasted 1 season, so you could say Star Wars had the last laugh. But, no, I thought it was, this was before Star Trek The Next Generation. For the first time, a sci-fi show on a really big budget. So it was really impressive stuff, yeah. And, yeah, so when I was a kid and still as an adult, I like the feel-good factor, this non-stop action adventure. The humans are on the brink of extinction, but they won't let nothing puts them down, yeah. Well, my favourite character was Starbuck here. And Cylons have laser rifles, the good guys have laser guns. I suppose that's how you can tell the difference between them. And, well, Starbuck is an eternal optimist. He won't let anything get him down, yeah. We're on the verge of extinction, doesn't matter. He won't let anything get in his way. He's the best pilot in the fleet, yeah. Yeah, Starbuck was always my favourite character, yeah. This great feeling of optimism, make the most of a bad thing, yeah. But, and this is where it gets confusing, Mattel, great toy-making company, they still are today. They did the toys in 1978, Fantastic attention to detail and the Cylons, Imperious Leader, and the faces look like the actors that played them on the humans. They never did a toy of Captain Apollo. No, never did it, not in the original. Maybe in the reboot they did, but never in the original line. Now, Apollo is the lead character. He gets top billing in every episode. I mean, can you imagine Star Wars franchise if they never did a toy of Luke Skywalker? That would be ridiculous. Or the Batman franchise, they never do a toy of Batman. Or Harry Potter, they never do a toy of Harry Potter. You need to do the lead character in addition to the other characters, yeah. And what's so great about the Cylons? Well, I thought the Cylons were super cool, yeah. They the greatest baddies since the Daleks, you know, this really distinctive electronic menacing voice, yeah, and the red eye that drifts left and right, yeah. Just one criticism of them, though. If you can see the Cylon's face here, up close, yeah, below the horizontal thing where his eyes, it's like a kind of triangle as part of his face. That's like Darth Vader. He has a triangle down for his face, yeah. I mean, couldn't they have thought of something a bit more original? Or do they think that's what the people want? They want to see lots of Darth Vaders. No, I don't. No. I would have preferred it if the Cylon face slightly more original, yeah. And they're called Cylon Centurions. Well, a Roman Centurion commands 100 men, whereas a Cylon one doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's just a drone. A soldier that does whatever he says, doesn't command anyone. But I think it's because, yeah, the fin on the top of their head like that is a bit like the fin of feathers on a Cylon Centurion, yeah. And they have a Roman skirt, or half a skirt. On the back of this figure, yeah, we can see, well, it's the same colour as his legs, but anyway, like half a skirt, like instead of an apron at the front, an apron at the back. So it's like half a Roman skirt, again, to resemble Roman centurions. In 1980, The Empire Strikes Back, the snowtroopers had half a skirt at the back of their uniform. So that copied the idea of the Cylons. And the snow speeders bear an uncanny resemblance to the Buck Rogers starfighters. So after all that lecturing of being original, and yes, Star Wars is not above copying other styles, other ideas, yeah. And yes, I won't deny it, at first glance, Battlestar Galactica looks like a rip-off of Star Wars, but when you watch the episodes and pay a bit more attention, there is something different here. Star Wars is about good and evil fighting each other over control of a galaxy. Battlestar Galactica, no, they're not interested in winning the war. They don't care who controls that galaxy. They're on the run. Anywhere but here, yeah. Because in the first episode, there's the Cylon War. Well, I say war. It's genocide. The Cylons want to make everyone extinct. All the 12 planets that have humans, all of them, kill the lot of them, yeah. And all the Battlestars are destroyed except for one, the last Battlestar Galactica. They think, we can't win, run away. They're not interested in winning this war anywhere but here, yeah. And Commander Adama gives them hope, saying, we're going to find the planet Earth where we'll be safe, or safer, yeah. Oh, yeah, and a few inconsistencies. Now, this is the Battlestar Galactica album from 1978. The thing is, the TV show, they were effectively making an episode going on, because there are some inconsistencies. Well, for a start, the Cylons described in this book are not robots. No, they're reptilian aliens of grey skin, so living things wearing lots of armour. No, in the TV show, no, they're just robots. And the reason for that is because they're originally meant to be living aliens, but the network said you can't do that. You can't, because we can't have people killing things in a family show. But you can kill robots because they were never living in the first place, yeah. Another inconsistency is, in this Battlestar Galactica, we have little comic strips of adventures they had after the first few episodes. There's no Boltar. No Boltar in this one, because he was supposed to be killed very early on. But no, they didn't kill him, and he's a regular character in the TV show. And one last inconsistency. In this annual, it says that Earth is the origin planet of all humans, so that the Battlestar, they're going to go back to their homeland, where they'll be safe. In the TV show, no, the origin of humans is the planet Kobol. And they leave Kobol and colonise the 12 colonies. They're named after star signs. But there is a secret 13th tribe that went far beyond the galaxy and conquered the planet Earth. Some of the characters think this is nonsense. There's no such thing as Earth. We'll never find it. No evidence to back it up. But of course, we, the audience, know that, we know Earth exists. So we know that there's hope. There's hope they can find a place where they'll be safe. And so yes, Battlestar Galactica, although some bits are a bit messy, it does need a bit of tidying up, but it has potential, the determination to survive and find a new home, yeah. And yes, other inconsistencies. There's the reboot, there's the Galactica 1980, and there's the original Season 1 Battlestar Galactica. One is set in the future, one is set in the present, one is set in the past. So it's very confusing. You don't know where, here, there, anywhere. When is Battlestar Galactica set? It depends which version you're looking at. Now, I prefer the original Battlestar Galactica TV show because I like the optimism and the feel-good factor. In spite of the horrible odds, yeah, the good guys managed to triumph one way or another. The reboot that came out around about 2003, it's very gritty and gloomy and, very sullen, and everyone's miserable everywhere. Well, except for Starbuck, yes. The new Starbuck is optimistic, yeah. But one thing I do like about the reboot is it has an ending. Battlestar Galactica, the original, was cancelled abruptly due to low ratings, so there's no ending, a lot of unanswered questions. But the reboot, it does have an ending and it does have a conclusion, so that's good. And it lasted longer, it lasted 4 seasons, yeah. The other thing is, I was confused, is Baltar a goodie or a baddie? 1 minute he wants to be the humans, 1 minute he wants to rule a Cylon base ship, so what's going on? Well, that is explained in the reboot. Basically, Baltar says, I'm on no one's side, yeah. He was tricked into helping the Cylons. If he helps the humans, the Cylons will kill him. And if he helps the humans, the Cylons will kill him. So he doesn't know which side to be on, whichever side keeps him alive. Yes, he doesn't care which side he's on as long as he stays alive. Oh, so he won't sacrifice his life to help the humans. No, he's a coward. He's totally selfish, only cares about his own well-being, yeah. But, it's not quite as black and white as Star Wars, a few complications here and there, yeah. But, my favourite episode was the return of Starbuck, who's my favourite character, and it was a really good story. We learn more about Starbuck and we learn more about the Cylons. They're not just mindless zombies. No, they do have feelings, yeah, not the same way humans can. And the Cylons don't know they're in the wrong. They've been told by their leader that humans are evil, yeah, so they don't know any better, yeah. So we learn a lot about the Cylon character development. Unfortunately, then it all ended abruptly, yeah. So in other words, if the franchise got a bit of tidying up, it could be a really good show and it could be perfect, yeah. So I like Battlestar Galactica because it has potential. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm Anthony Hobbs and I'm never bored.